welcome back to my channel. It is my, well, I mean, like, would you consider my birthday vlog my first vlog at 25? Or would you consider this my first video at 25? But either way, I am now officially 25, so birthday season is pretty much over, quote unquote. But you can see the nails are officially off because my birthday has passed and it's time to do some new nails. And if this video is up by the time you see my post on my Instagram story as well as on my YouTube channel for a poll on which nails I should do, still vote. I will do it for my next nails because my nails usually last about a week or two until I'm like, yeah, it's time for them to go. But yeah, so I've decided to go with the yellow butterfly coffin nails that I got from Shein. I was just like, it's still summer, still bright, and I just want like bright, fun colors. And then I probably after once September comes around, we'll start ordering some like darker fall colors. And then by, I want to say November, maybe early December, start ordering Christmas nails. Alright, so it looks like the package, it comes with some little sticky tacky nail glue, and then a little nail file for you to buff your fingers, and then the nails. So what I'm going to do is clean my nails because there's still some residue on here, so we're going to use a little acetone, pour a little in the cup. Did I say cup? I meant lid. But yeah, so I have a YouTube video in the background. It is cartoon, like the old Cartoon Network. I'm talking about, I wouldn't say OG because Cartoon Network OG is really like the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons like Smurf, Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo, and all that, which was bought by Ted Turner because he was like, let me make a 24-hour channel where you can watch cartoons from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. None of like having like an hour or two of cartoons and then something else. But yeah. I would say Cartoon Network really became its own by the mid to late 90s when they started having like Dexter Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls. Those are like the main three that come off the top of my head, like that, or like Ed, and Eddie. You have cartoons, you have Cow and Chicken, I Am Weasel, you know, those type of shows that you remember watching in like the 90s and 2000s. Now, I want to say, don't get me wrong, Cartoon Network definitely has changed, maybe because I'm now 25, and when I was watching Cartoon Network, it was really different. It felt like they were pushing the envelope with what can be what can be shown in cartoons and what cannot. So you'll have like, you know, maybe one or two adult jokes, so that way the adults who are watching the cartoons can laugh about it. But yeah. So I'm watching a video on YouTube where the person has all of the full episodes and commercials from 2001, 2002. So yeah, like I'm talking like early. So right now I'm just cleaning it off, and then I'm gonna buff it a bit and then put some more acetone to dry out the oil. That's what you're supposed to do when you're doing like nails, is like clean it and then you like buff it a bit, so that way the nail has a grip. And then what you do is get like some alcohol or acetone to get all the oils to like dry it. And hold on, I forgot something. I just need like a quick little brush so I can brush off all the excess dust. But like, yeah, I feel like Cartoon Network is very different from the Cartoon Network that I watched as a kid. Because I'm gonna say this: 90% of the showings that they have on Cartoon Network is Teen Titans Go, which is kind of a reboot to Teen Titans from 2003, but not a good version. Yeah, I'm with the majority. Just I'm not a fan of it. But clearly, they said we gonna run this till the wheels fall off. But yeah, because they had a movie. I think about a couple of years back. But yeah. But I would say definitely once they got into like the late 2000s, early 2010s is when it got really weird on Cartoon Network, because they started doing like live action TV shows, which is really weird for a channel to be called Cartoon Network. A channel that focuses heavily on cartoons to have live action. I feel like they were trying to replicate what Nickelodeon and Disney Channel was thriving on. But I'm just like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you are a cartoon channel. Why? I mean, like, yeah, it was like low-key weird for me. I was like, that makes, I mean, like, I did watch some of like the live action TV show, like this Incredible Crew. Like, think of, so if you know the show I'm talking about, like So Random from Disney Channel, which was a spin-off from Study with a Chance with Demi Lovato, but you know what happened with her, so they had to do a spin-off. Oh, water. But yeah, so it's like that, but kind of on a different level. I wouldn't say bad, but just on like a different level. It's like comparing apples to oranges with those two shows. But yeah. But I'm going to say this: Cartoon Network got its groove back by 2010 when they picked up regular show and Adventure Time, like two of their biggest shows to breathe life back into the channel. And then after that, you had the Amazing World Gumball of 2011. I don't know if anything came out in 2012. Then you had Steven Universe come out in 2013. And I will not lie, I actually like Steven Universe because even though I'm not a part of the LGBTQ community, I like how they do represent that community in like a healthy way, as well as just trivial things in human life. And the same thing goes for Adventure Time. Is like when you're watching like maybe like the first 2 or 3 seasons, it just seems like just this random show you can watch have playing in the background. And then I think once you get to like the Christmas special, where Finn and Jake are watching the Ice King's like video diaries, and you find out there's a deeper story to the Ice King, like a tragic backstory to Ice King. And then you kind of see that character from a different point of view now. But yeah. I feel like I've never really fully watched Regular Show, but I know a lot of people love that show and the finale. But yeah. But yeah, maybe it's just me because I'm just now way too old to be watching Cartoon Network. I mean, like, you can still watch Cartoon Network at 25, but for me, it's just like the shows aren't what they are when I was younger. So, like, when I'm watching Cartoon Network with my nephew and nieces, I'm just like sitting here like, what the hell is this? It just feels like they just threw some random crap and say cartoon. Now, don't get me wrong. The 90s and 2000s was just like these crazy ideas, these imaginative ideas for cartoons. But it felt like there was something to the eye for it. It feels like now with new TV shows, it's like watching JoJo Siwa back in her rainbow days. I don't know if she's rocking rainbow colors like that anymore, but good God, it felt like she was on acid with those outfits. Yeah. Oh my. So that's why I'm gonna be honest. I've been watching the Powerpuff Girls, not recently, but maybe like a week or two ago, and I'm just like, dang, I miss this Powerpuff Girl, and I've watched the most recent one from 2016. And it felt like I'm not going against the creators of the 2016 version, but I'm just like, yo, why are we changing the whole format of the Powerpuff Girls? Literally. So, like, the main difference from the 1980 version, the 98, why am I saying 80? The 98 version from the 2016 version is, the original, they were more, they focus on the Powerpuff Girls being superheroes. While them being kindergartners, schoolgirls, was an afterthought. While the 2016 flipped that, where them being just girls, schoolgirls was the main focus, and them being superheroes were an afterthought. And I was just like, this ain't right. I let the voice having them get different voice actors go. But no one can do Bubble the way that Tara Strong can. I'm just saying. And the same thing goes for E.G. Daily being Buttercup. Like, you're not going to sit here and tell me. Yeah. Oh. But honestly, just talking about Cartoon Network when I was growing up makes me want to watch, like, Adventure Time again. Like, definitely, like, the first season where it was just, like, a random show. There's no type of story arc. And don't get me wrong, I do like a cartoon with a story arc. Like, I love Gravity Falls. Like, that show was so different from any other show on Disney Channel. It was actually, like, it pushed the boundary on the like storylines they had, like spooky, dark kind of stories. If you don't know what Gravity Falls is, it's like watching Teen Peaks, which is like a show from the 90s and got rebooted in the 2010s for kids. And then, oh, but yeah, like, I'm gonna be honest, I loved that year. To be honest with you, I kind of low-key just want to go back to the 2010s when I was still a kid. Like watching like Nickelodeon, where I was watching Victorious, iCarly, and I think what other show was I was obsessed besides SpongeBob? SpongeBob is gonna live forever. SpongeBob is to Nickelodeon what Mickey Mouse is to Disney Channel. That is their freaking icon. Like, they will not let SpongeBob go. Because supposedly, the first SpongeBob movie was supposed to be the series finale, but Nickelodeon was like, we're making buttloads of money. Why would we let this end? And then they decided that the episode SpongeBob Last Stand should be the series finale. But again, Nickelodeon's like, why would we let this end? We're making money. What? But yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love SpongeBob. Definitely like the first 3 seasons are my favorite. As any SpongeBob fan would tell you. Those first 3 seasons are the golden era where most of your memes and jokes are coming from. Like, I would say the next 3 seasons were So like from 4 to 6 was there was something, there was like some funniness in there, and then just and then as you go to 7 to 9, it was like, what? They should have let this go. And then from 10 to now, they're kind of revamping it where I believe that people who used to watch the show, the first 3 seasons, are now working on it. So you're now seeing a lot of reference from the first 3 seasons, as well as them referencing the spin-offs of the Patrick Star Show and Camp Coral. And I was just like, I've watched Camp Coral, like maybe like the first 1 or 2, 3 episodes. I just could not stomach it. It's nothing against the animation or anything like that. Like, I'm not really comfortable with the 3D animation versus the 2D, where it's very more animated and you see a lot more facial expression. It's just also the way that they announced it. Because if you don't know, the creator, Steven Hilberg, may God rest his soul, said he never wanted a spin-off with SpongeBob. And it was like 6 months after his death in November 2018, Nickelodeon announced that they were going to do a spin-off. And it just felt dirty to me. I felt like that was straight up disgusting. So I was like, so that's why I just could not stomach Camp Coral. Because I'm like, this is just straight up disrespecting this man's wish. And for you to just straight up wait until he dies to say, yeah, we're going to do a spin-off, is straight up snaky, and just the definition of snaky to me. So yeah, so I was like, I can't. And I've heard a lot of bad perception on the Patrick Star Show, because if you don't know, Patrick is a side character. Now, yes, I have seen a lot of side characters from TV shows get their own spin-off, but for him, it does not work because he's just too stupid. And the thing is, they have, like, dumbed him down so much, it's annoying. Like, you want to, like, literally, I'm gonna use this term, blue skadoo yourself into your TV and punch the daylights out of Patrick. That's literally how I feel like with that show. Like, And that's definitely how I feel about Patrick in the later seasons. Cause like the first 3 seasons, yeah, he was stupid, but it was funny. And he was still a okay friend to SpongeBob. I mean, like, he still had his shitty ass moments in the first 3 seasons. Like that one episode, I'm with Stupid, where SpongeBob pretends to be stupid to make it look like Patrick was smarter to his parents, and Patrick started believing he was smarter than SpongeBob and just straight up being an asshole to his friend. But it just, like, it straight up got worse in later seasons. Like, I just could not do it. I was like, good lord. It's one thing to be stupid. It's another thing to be stupid and an asshole. Like that one episode that like just irritates the hell out of me is Stuck in the Ringer. So SpongeBob, he's a sponge, so he goes through a ringer to, dry after taking a shower. He gets stuck, asks Patrick to help him out. Patrick, being a fucking idiot, clues him in, which makes it difficult for SpongeBob to do anything. And Patrick, just being an oblivious idiot, does not realize he absolutely screwed his friend up in life. And I'm just like, oh, I just want to like reach in to this TV screen and wrap my hand around his neck and just, like, yeah, it's just like, oh, some people are just not meant. Oh man, like, I just couldn't. Okay, now we're drying out my nails. And here I am, like, in the 20-minute mark, and I have yet to put any nails on. Now, isn't that fucking terrible? Ooh. I don't know if you realized I had a hangnail on my middle finger. Ooh, my middle finger. So I accidentally put a little of the acetone, which has some alcohol in it, and it went into the little wound, which is now tingling and killing all the germs and all that. But yeah. Alright. Oh my god, I was just lost my mind, like, but yeah, I really do this. Like the 2010s, definitely the early. Now, I'm not saying the fashion was definitely questionable with us out here wearing like these color bright denim pants and then the infinity scarves with the crosses. And then these big chunky necklaces, like, oh man, I don't know what we were thinking. That was a strange time. But man, there's the one thing I do love about the 2020s is, for sure, TV shows are good. Life was simpler. As well as, so now I'm going to start sizing my nails. So that one looks right. But yeah, those were the days. Just come home, watch TV, watch either Disney Channel. It was like, I want to say for me, it was like 190, like 191 or 92, because I had the East and the West version. The same thing for Nickelodeon. No, this is how it went. Like Disney was 190, 191. Nickelodeon was 192, 193. Cartoon Network was 194, 195. And then I had Nicktoons as 196 and T-Nick 197. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys remember. Like, so sorry, I'm now like going from topic to topic, but going back to Nickelodeon. So I don't know if you guys remember this. So like in the late 2000s, early 2010, with when Barack Obama was president and former first lady, Michelle Obama was trying to get focus on children health and getting us to exercise. So what they did was have like so this is what happened. So Nickelodeon was like, you know what? They're right. We should have kids work out more. So what they did was have on like the third Saturday of September, which I would believe was like the first September in fall, where they'll have like a worldwide day of play. So from, I want to say like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., all Nickelodeon channels, you could not watch TV. And I'm like, the fuck I won't. I changed that channel to like Disney or Cartoon Network. I was like, they think I'm not gonna watch some TV shows and go outside and play. They got the wrong one. Like, I literally changed that channel and go like, boop. I was like, I know they're lying out here thinking I'm not gonna watch TV. And for some reason, what made it even funnier for me is it always ended up being a day where I had a volleyball game. And I was like, I do not think so. Like, I'm not gonna go. Like, I already did my worldwide day of play on a volleyball court. And you want me to go outside with nature? Oh, yeah, that's a no-go for me. So I was like, yeah, that's not happening. But I think they stopped doing that because they started realizing people can just change the channel. Or if you were like me and you had the East Coast, West Coast of those three channels, you could literally just watch Nickelodeon West, which was like 3 hours behind, and then just change the channel once that channel started their worldwide day of play. I was like, who in their right minds would do that? Because I for sure wasn't. I would like to know, were there actual people who actually did go outside during worldwide day of play and play until their hearts content, and then come back inside and watch some more Nickelodeon? Or were they like me and finesse that system and change the channel to Disney Cartoon? Or if they were lucky like me, just change the channel to the Nickelodeon West Coast and just watch the next 3 hours and then go back to the Nickelodeon East Coast channel? Because they really had me effed up. Like, no, I did my share of worldwide day of play on that volleyball court. And I'm tired and I just want to watch some TV. It's like, I deserved that. They were like playing me. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, give me my TV. They had it all the way messed up. Honestly, I think they stopped doing that because A, they started realizing people can just change the channels, and B, internet was being more accessible to children, so they could be like, okay, I just can play on the internet while y'all do your little worldwide day of play. But they really tried that. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? I was like, I know they're lying. Try to get me to go outside to play for how many hours? Like 6? Oh no. And then come back in smelling like a wet dog? Like white people? Nah. I was like, Nickelodeon, you got it all twisted up. I am for sure not doing that. I did my worldwide day of play on the volleyball court. But yeah, that was funny. They really did try that crap. They really try to pull that crap like every year. I want to say since they tried that in 2008, 2009, 2010, 11. I want to say they tried that in 2012. Yeah, nah. I don't think so. I don't know if they did that in 2013 because by then we weren't really watching TV. I was like, they got it all the way. They got me messed up all the way. I'm not watching that. I'm like, yeah, no. I was straight up trying not to laugh too. Because I was like, yeah, I don't think so. Because they really were trying to get people to watch. I was like, yeah, nah. That's not my cup of tea. Going outside and doing all that working. Alright. Sadly, I didn't do a lot of nail art. So what I'm just gonna do, finish doing this, and we're gonna end the video. You guys will see the finished project once I'm good and ready. Ooh, that kind of sounded low-key mean. When I'm finished. That, or after I get some rest, and then yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am getting sleepy. And then I also kind of just want to watch, I found this anime on TikTok, so I was like, let me find it on streaming network, and it's on Crunchyroll, and it's called Spy Times Family or X, I don't know, and Family, something like that. So I got the premium for the 2 weeks free trial, but I think I'm gonna just pay for it because let's be honest, I'm starting to get into anime. And going back on the show I'm talking about, the anime, it is so good. I think I'm on the 7th episode. There's only 1 season out right now. So it's just about where this guy who is a spy has to succeed on a mission keeping world peace between the East and the West. So his organization has him send a child to a prestige school to connect with the most elite parent or something like that who has a lot of power. But yeah. Ooh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Look at that. Oh, that is so freaking cute. I think I'm going to try to do something similar to this, where I have like the pinky and the fingers have the rhinestones by the cuticles, and then the middle fingers have butterfly, and then just a plain for the thumb. But this is kind of cute. But yeah, like, let me get back to what I was saying about the movie. Not the movie, but the show. So he adopts a girl who has like telepathic powers, so she reads minds. And then he recruits an assassin, but does not know she's an assassin, to be his wife. Well, his second wife and stepmother to the child he adopts, to, you know, make it look reasonable. But I've only got to the 7th episode, but I would definitely recommend that if you do think about getting the Crunchyroll and you do this $8 premium, watch it. I am absolutely in love with it. I can't wait, because for sure they're gonna find out about each other's little secret life, with old girl being an assassin, dude being a spy, and the little girl having mind reading powers, can read people's minds. But yeah, but then I'm hoping that they do end up to be an actual family. It would be so cute. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this video, because I don't want to make this too longer, because the longer this video becomes, the longer it will take to upload. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day, afternoon, or evening. Until then, bye guys.